The reason you're not creating more is you're not letting yourself be bored. And sister, me too, because I just took a nap and I was about to go back in for nap 2.0 when I decided I'm going to start scrolling for a little bit, just check out YouTube, see the vibe. But I realized that I could be making videos right now. And I've been telling myself, oh, it's so hard to make videos, can't make time. So I created a rule for myself. Girl, if you're gonna scroll, then that means you have time to be creative. Every time you feel like scrolling, just whip out your camera. So here I am with the camera, and I think it's a product of trying to feel productive because of capitalism. You always feel like you need to be doing something. You always feel like, if you're not doing something that's productive, then why do it at all? And this is really hard, especially for those who are, I'm gonna put you down. Especially for those who are creatives and feel like you have too many hobbies. Sometimes it feels like I can't start on one hobby because I'm essentially not giving my other hobby attention. It's like having multiple children, which I have no idea what that feels like. But I would assume if you give one child attention, the other one might be like, why not me? Why are you giving me attention? I couldn't handle that. But, when you have multiple hobbies, then you kind of think, I want to be good at everything. I have all these interests. Which one do I pour into? So just starting on one is a good solution. I also really want to start making more videos, at least 100 videos by the end of the year. And I've been posting every day, and yes, it's outrageous. Yes, it's stressful a little bit, but there's kind of this flow, genuine flow state that you get into when you're posting every day to where you just don't care what your videos look like. And there should be some strategy that goes into it. I know that some people say, oh, you need to have the best thumbnail. Some people say, oh, you need to just go with the flow. Girl, I don't know. I'm just here. I'm showing up. And there's this video that keeps circulating, or at least this creator that says, just make 100 videos. And it's this girl in the dark with one word on her thumbnail. And I'm like, if she can do it, I can do it. And just making 100 videos is a commitment to showing up. I heard YouTube is the longest form of, wait and see what happens, because you sure will be waiting. Okay, there's that one or two people that do blow up within the first couple of videos, but girl, it's not going to be you, and it's not going to be me. So I've chosen the path of showing up over and over and over again, because you can't say that you've tried or that you are good until you show up over and over and over again, and at least hit your first 100 videos, which is not a problem. Let's do the math. If you do 2 videos per week, then that's, some number that's low. But let's keep the numbers easy. If I do 1 video for 5 days every week, then that's 20 weeks. 20 weeks is like 4 months. So let's say I hit a baseline by 4 months. I'm not going to be worried about the earliest videos that I made. No one's going to worry about it, because a lot of the time with the compound effect, all that effort doesn't even matter until like the last 2 seconds. Then, that's when you blow up. And let's just be honest, we're all here for the same reason, money. But I also want to develop my, creative stamp. What makes me me? One thing that I am easily confused about is branding. Like I got the graphic design component of it, like the colors or whatever. When it comes to thumbnails and like showing up consistently so that, my video structure looks the same in each thumbnail, girl, I don't know, because I don't know what y'all like yet. I don't know what I like yet. So I'm just here. But back to being productive, I think it is kind of parallel being bored and also not being productive. So I think boredom allows us to actually figure out, what thoughts are going through our brain. It's kind of like meditation, where you give yourself the space and the energy to sit in something so that your thoughts are actually in there and you can actually know what you're thinking about instead of scrolling and someone else is putting ideas and thoughts into your brain. You have your own thoughts and then you can kind of see what's going on in there. And when you create in a state of idleness or boredom, then those thoughts and those ideas show themselves in your creation. They show themselves in your videos, in your paintings, in your music. So I think it's great to have a formula. When I do X, then I do Y. For example, when I feel bored, then I will pull out my camera. Not when I feel bored, I will make art, because sister, you're not gonna do anything. What does make art mean? Are you gonna pull out your pens and your notebook? It's a specific action that you're gonna do, because when you just say make art, then you get into your Nap 2.0 and then you think make art and that just sounds like this huge task that you're not gonna do. But if I was just kicking it in my bed, I was thinking, if I pull out my camera, then that's just pulling out my camera. And that's not that hard. It's not like I have to create a concept, because when I feel like creating a concept, I'm gonna create a concept. I'm gonna script it, who knows what I'm gonna do, but I'm gonna put more effort into it when, right time meets right opportunity. But in those in-between moments, when I'm just laying down and, I have time to spare, literally looking at the ceiling, the least I can do is pull out my camera. So when those in-between moments meet, just pulling out my camera, that 2 times of making a video a week goes straight to 5, because I'm not thinking every single time like I need to make the perfect video. I'm not a 1 million subscriber, have to do the whole super saturated thumbnail with my head 2% bigger and my eyes looking all crazy so that you click on the video. Don't nobody know me. All I gotta do is get out there and try for right now. So that's what I did, and I'm making it to maybe 5 videos a week, but it is kind of a little bit strenuous, but only if you make it strenuous. I've built a platform on TikTok up to 180K, and I promise you, for 3 months straight, I posted every single day, 5 days a week, sometimes 6, because I was just cracked out and tweaking on that 6th day. Like, I haven't posted today. 3 times a day, by the way. And most of the times that I did it, I would just film like in the morning to make sure I got it done, and then throughout the day whenever I felt like it. So I work best when I'm cracked out as far as consistency, but I want to do it more relaxed and implement systems so that I'm still posting like a lot, but not as much in a way that is going to make me feel stressed and obligated to do this whole content thing. But yeah, be bored more often. It is going to spark your creativity, and it's not because you're gonna feel inspired. It's the habit of doing something when you're bored that isn't scrolling. And I promise you have great ideas inside your brain that we want to know and we want to hear. So if you want to, brainstorm and you have the same ideas, you feel like we click and connect, please like and subscribe. And I also have a school community where we're starting a book club. There's going to be exclusive access to live Q&A calls, a course on, purpose and finding yourself. And I will continue to create more content based on purpose, finding yourself, deeper thought, deeper intuition. So if that sounds something like you, then go ahead, check out the link in my bio. I also have the regulated girl routine, which is what I do every single day during a stressful work environment. So I hope those 2 resources help, and I will see you in the next video.